Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be installing a inner tie rod, and on the left front side, that'd be the driver's side. So I'm going to show you step by step. I haven't took nothing off yet. I haven't ejected up. But I'm going to show you step one. Step one. Yeah, I've actually heard people getting killed, dying because they don't follow the safety regulations, procedures to do this. I got these chocks. You can do blocks, wood, whatever, but I have these. Just dip it in the groove there. Put one on the back, right there. I can't see it. I'll show you the front one. And I put one on the front of it. So you see it goes like that. You just push it. And then, so when you jack it up, it won't roll on you. This is back wheel drive, so regardless, I still do it. It could still slip on the cement when it's all gritty and dirty. Okay, I'm getting a jacker up. See, I got it on a solid beam there. Hold on, let me get the light. See, you can see I got it on a solid beam. Something solid. I got it in there. Actually, I got to move it up a little bit, but you want it on one of the solid beams under there. You jack it up. Also, never ever get under a car without having a jack stand under it. You can look at the light. See, I got a pretty hefty jack stand. A solid part of the beam where they're gonna fall down. I can let the jack down and it won't go nowhere. But never ever get under a car without doing this. Actually, I've known a guy that did, and the jack gave out, and it killed him. So I don't think you want to die. So always put a jack stand or a support under there before you get under and work under there, even if you're changing brakes. This is a 2004 Ford Mustang 3.8 liter. It just needs a inner tie rod on the left side. Frankly, it's a piece of junk. It's a Ford. It's got a whole new front end besides other than this inner tie rod, and I'm getting ready to put on. I mean, new rotors, new calipers on both sides, new tie rod ends both sides except the inner on the drivers, like I said. And the back's got new rotors and calipers, and I've never worked on so many Fords in my life. I guess people need to be buying Chevys. That's all I can tell you. The flathead screwdriver is sticking here and pry that off. That's the center piece, center cap. Covers up the lug nuts. Okay, I got her jacked up. Just for FYI, for your information, I got her jacked up before I got the lug nuts undone. That's the reason being is I got an impact wrench. I'm going to put on there and undo. If you don't have one or an air compressor, you'll need to leave this on the ground. Loosen these lug nuts with a lug wrench or whatever before you jack her up, so it won't spin on you. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time trying to get it to stay still because the whole wheel will spin. By the way, forgot to mention it. The socket size you need for the lug nuts is a 13/16. 13/16. Okay, I have the wheel up. And the first thing I want to do, is take this cotter pin out of the bolt that holds the outer tie rod end in. I don't know, some people maybe take the inner off and leave it and just unscrew from here, but I find it's easier for me to take the whole thing off, then change it and I can mark it. He had this line, I told him to wait, but I guess it don't matter because I can mark it. And that's why flathead screwdrivers are for, to bend them out a little bit so you can get a hold of them. You gotta bend them straight to get them out of there. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard. I'll probably get a hammer and beat that other side of the needle nose pliers here to knock it out. Okay, got the cotter pin out. Now I'm going to get a 3/4 wrench, or socket I meant, put on here. Fits right on there. It's a 3/4. Yep. And I'm going to use my impact wrench. Take that off there. Sorry about the noise, my air compressor building up. Next thing I do, I got the bolt off there. I'm going to knock it out of there. It goes down. Knock it out. I'm going to get my mini sledgehammer and tap it. That's a no-no. It should come up pretty easy. I could have staged all this, made it a little bit faster and easier, but you're living it as I'm doing it. Now, the other end of I took that tie rod, outer tie rod end loose. Now I'm going up the rod, tie rod, to the booty. I'm going to take this clamp off. See, I got the clamp off. This booty will move after I get that one off. The other clamp loose on the other side, which is, to my opinion, they done it. Put a stupid kind of clamp on it. Kind of like one of the little ace bandages back in the day. Also, they put them little things on there. It has the little ends and it fits over. Go get a better screwdriver. Now that I've got clamp loose, there's a little thing with the rod in it. It just dropped. It goes to the other booty on the other booty on the other side. So it goes in there. Now I can pull this booty back. Should be able to. I'm gonna take a rod out there and put it here. I'm gonna say about this clamp. I vent it, but it goes inside there, and it just clamps right there. It goes in a little fun thing that holds it. And the little things right there. Now I gotta get that big adjustable wrench, which is right here, and I'm gonna put right up on the right there. And I'm gonna unscrew that. That will unscrew all the way, and this whole rod, inner tie rod in here is going to come off. Okay, I have it off. Once you get that broke loose, this is some of them will, but it usually will screw it off pretty easy. You can do. I unscrewed it by hand. Before I take this tie rod end off, I got the new one here. I'm going to measure it with the threads where this is. I'm going to put a piece of tape or something around here where this bolt is. I know where to put it at. He just had this thing up. I don't know if I can hold this with two hands or not, or one hand. This threads. So I'm going to measure up with this thread right here to these threads, even with this. I'm going to go down to this bolt right here, put a mark right here so I know where to screw that in at, the bolt, and so it will stay in alignment, be in alignment. Like I said, he just took us to the shop, had it lined on but that took 7/8, but I'm just going to use an adjustable wrench. You're gonna if this was going up a bolt, regular bolt, you'd be tightening it, but this will be loosening it because you're going the opposite way with the bolt, trying to get it off the. You should get this tie rod loose. It's actually loosening if I'm going right. This will screw up this way. Will release the tension on this. Then you can unscrew from that rod. So screwed that out from there, and I took the bolt. It's personal preference what you use. I'm going to use this old bolt to put back on. I don't like the new one they give me. It's real thin. I don't like them. They're more of a pain in the neck to get a bite on. And I'm just going to clean this up, water brush inside of it. Use it. It's a thicker one. You can see how much thicker it is right there. See? Big difference. Easier to work with. Okay, before you put anything back, I took the booty off the outer tie rod. Reason being, you always want to put grease in it. I just took it all the way off. When I put it back on, it will pop it on. It's not a big deal. Yeah, just get it on your fingers. Yummy humming. Okay, before you do anything, putting this back together, make sure you get some wheel bearing grease, or grease, and kind of general use, but this high temp disc brake wheel bearing grease, so I know it's going to hold up. And it's just get it on your finger, or you can get some other object, but I just use my fingers. I don't care, it wipes off. Not permanent. Put it in the booty. I took off the outer tie rod end, put it in there. I usually overflow it, it'll squish out. Okay, then you Sorry about that. I just spilled my drink and ordered my phone. I think that's alright, but jeez. Having bad luck here. Anyways, said you put wheel bearing grease or any general use grease in the booty for this tie rod in, and you put it back on. I'll use that. It comes out good. It coats the threads also. Only bad part about it is you got to wipe your hands off now. If you're like me and just use my hands. Now you will take this clamp off. Put it. Don't lose it. Now this booty will come off. I don't have to use both hands to do it. See if I can keep it in there. Take it off there, it comes off. And it got some short iron. Try to clean this up best you can, booty, because you'll be putting grease in it after you get it on the rod. So, I'm going to spend a few minutes cleaning this up and be back with you. Okay, I'm going to put some grease in there before I put it back in the rod. I'm going to fill it and put the rod in. Now I'm going to put the rod through it. So I'm going to put this protector rod down in here all the way through it. See, it's in there. Now I'm going to screw the bolt on. Or actually I put the clamp on first, sorry. Don't forget that. Just let it hang there. Now I'll screw the bolt on. This is a bolt that holds the outer tie rod. Keeps it tight, puts pressure on it. Put the bolt back in place right where my mark is. Now I'm going to screw the, actually I want to do this right here. I'm going to put it back on the other thing first and put that tie rod in on. Be a lot easier that way. Okay, my camera's about dead. I have to get plugged in. My cord ain't going to reach, but I'm going to screw it back down here on the shaft. I'm going to push it in there and screw it in. I'm going to screw it in right here. That's why I say I'm going to leave the outer tie rod in off till I get this on. Use both hands. Okay, see, I got it screwed in tight. This thing right here. My finger's pointing to this thing right here. And let's get the slide pointed at it. See it or not? Well, it's hard to position it under here, but it's that thing I showed that's tightening. See it now? And when you get it tightened, there's some Allen head screws on it. You got to screw in little bitty ones on each side. You get an Allen wrench before you put it. Before you get it down here, put it on, find one that fits, then screw that in, tighten it up, and tighten Allen wrenches or screws up. takes an Allen wrench. I don't know if you can see them right here. I ain't gonna be able to get a good picture of it for you. It's at the end of it. So I can get the bottom one maybe. But sorry, but they are. It's at the end there. You can't either miss it. I'll slide this booty all the way in the tie rod right there, and making sure this little piece right here where that orange, where my light's touching. Let me see it. Hold on. Unplug this. This little piece right there. Hold on a second. Right there. Where my finger's touching. Make sure that's facing outward toward the front of the car. Because a little this rod right here, I will stick another booty for the other tie rod on the right side, and it goes in that right there. Then you put it, shove it in there, get it pressed in there good, both ends. You put the clamp on. Right now that's what I'm going to do. You see how I got that booty in there? I got the clamp on right here. I got that rod in that booty. That end, like I told you, keep toward the front. And it runs all the way across. All the way across to the other one. Now, all I got to do is get this light up here so I can see, and put this clamp back over there, then put the tie rod, outer tie rod end back on, screw it on, and tighten it up. Okay, I'll go ahead and do the clamp real quick. See, here's gonna put this clamp on the end of that hose right there. That booty. See where it looks like a castle? Well, one of them grooves you want to line up with that hole in the center of one of them holes there. And once you do one, the other side will be even with it too. So all you do is you'll just stick your cotter pin to it. And get it all the way in. And should be able to just tap it with something. Probably not with this. So. I'll put it in the other way. Be better that way. Okay. And tap it with a hammer or something. Oh, This is completed. Cotter pins in. Everything is put back together. Clamps, screws, or nuts and all. Booty. Now I just got to put the wheel back on. That's done.